Hi there, I'm Kutilang3 and this will be my last video about the 911 conspiracy theories. Because I think that this movement is finally collapsing and more intelligent people are leaving it, and basically only some nuts are still there talking about September 11, and those people then, the chances that those people also believe in other conspiracy theories, like for example that crop circles are a way for alien intelligence to communicate with us and stuff like that, or reptilian conspiracy theories and so on. But basically the movement of truthers, those people that normally don't believe in conspiracy theories but believe in the 911 conspiracy theory, I think this movement is really coming to an end. But if you still meet one of those people and talk to them, I mean, it's still, our methods to debunk this stuff have actually gotten quite good. I think the best strategy is to focus on the main two towers that were hit by two airplanes, the World Trade Center thing, and just ask them to explain and demand them to explain what really happened there. Because basically what happened is that those two airplanes hit the building, caused a lot of damage to the buildings, and then the buildings have been burning for quite a long time. And then the buildings collapsed. And this is something that, I mean, we have all the video about it, all the footage, there's no question there, but the conspiracy theories claim that those were some kind of controlled demolitions. And now the question that you can ask them is if they can name one fireproof explosive. Okay, when you have a building set up for a controlled demolition, if you have explosives in there, then this doesn't work if the building burns, because there are no heat-resistant explosives. At a certain temperature, every explosive will destabilize and explode or burn away or something like that. So ask those conspiracy theorists, how could it be possible that a controlled demolition takes place in a building after this building has been burning for an extended period of time? Because it's just not possible. And basically all they have is to say, the building collapsed, it looked so much like free fall, like a controlled demolition, and basically they have nothing. And then I also want to link to an blog post by someone that left the truth movement, and he basically, those ex-truthers are now also adding to the downfall of the truth movement, because now you have those ex-truthers that really start debunking this stuff, and they know what they have been believing a few years ago. I would like to link to it, and you can remember this link and send it to other. If you still find one of those truthers, you can send them this link. But I would also like to read out the key part of this letter of resignation by a frustrated ex-truther. So he writes: "There are no facts in the 911 truth movement, just a lot of theories which eventually break down to, hey, we're just asking questions. If someone questions the validity of such, no structural, civil or any engineers agree with the truthers. Yet, most of my friends will try to explain the hard physics involved in structural collapses. None of those people are engineers, physicists, or even in a scientific field for that matter. Someone supposed to take their words over an expert's? The truthers will just tell you that all the experts are in on it. Yeah, sure. Every engineer in the world is complicit in the government's murder of 3,000 people. And so are the firemen who apparently ordered Larry Silverstein to pull Building 7. The truthers' misrepresentation of Silverstein's quote is one of the most popular facts to spit out, but in doing so, you are effectively in agreement that firefighters were not only involved in the controlled demolition of World Trade Center 7, but they are also aiding and abetting in the government's cover-up. Yeah, every firefighter who was out there on 911 is going to be complicit in the murder of 343 of their fallen brothers. To quote Loose Change co-creator Jason Burmers, quote, "The firefighters are paid off," end quote. This is absolute horseshit, which brings me to why I formally distanced myself from the sorry excuse for movement. Loose Change, 911 Mysteries, Alex Jones and all the other kooks out there are fucking lying about distorting and misrepresenting the facts to further their personal agendas. And what is their agenda, you ask? Money. In the words of Shaggy 2 Dope, I don't know what that is. Quote, "Motherfucking bitch ass money," end quote. Not only are they desecrating 3,000 graves, but they are profiting off of it. That, my friends, makes me sick to my fucking stomach. Some might think that this is just a big personal attack and that I'm not presenting enough facts. I honestly don't give a fuck, because the information is out there. I love how all the truthers, myself included for a time, brag about how they've done all the research. Well, my friends, research doesn't involve looking exclusively at other 911 conspiracy sites. Research involves looking at things from both sides of the spectrum and making your own decisions. Google screw 911 mysteries and screw Loose Change. That would be it. And that's actually a good idea. If they want to tell you about Loose Change or anything, or just ask them to use Google and to search for search terms like Loose Change debunked or screw Loose Change, because this is what basically the intelligent truthers, if there are still any of them left, I think they are one Google search away from leaving this 911 truth movement. All of them. If they are intelligent, they only need to Google the name of their favorite conspiracy theory documentary and add a word like debunked. Search for that on Google and look at some of the results that they get. They will find stuff from James Randi and people like that, and it will their belief system will utterly collapse, because the criticisms that have been raised by people that really focus on the debunking this 911 conspiracy stuff are really strong. The points of you can ask them really tough questions. It's just that mainstream media didn't respond to their nonsense, because they are just another conspiracy and they actually distract from what's actually happening. So even the government wouldn't be interested in stopping those conspiracy theorists. You can just ignore them. You don't need to take them seriously, and they are busy doing whatever they want to do and don't harm anyone. I mean, it's ridiculous. But I think, yeah, it's great that this is coming to an end, and that this will now turn into a completely normal conspiracy theory, which is just as completely crazy as the other conspiracy theories, like Illuminati or reptilians or Roswell conspiracy and crop circles, chemtrails and all that stuff. You know, the 911 thing has been bigger than that, and people used to believe in it that didn't believe in the others really stupid conspiracy theories. But now, 911's conspiracies are just in that group with all the other nonsense, and the intelligent people are leaving the building. Okay. So that would be it. My last video about the 911 truth movement. And if you find one of those truthers, you can send them to this video. Okay. The future is bright. Take care.